All right, friends, Brian here from the Wilson Family Lights. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Here we are back at Monday, July 13th. Year is just zooming right by. And we have another Halloween Horror Nights announcement. So we are doing another episode of the Halloween Horror Nights Dirt. We do a weekly at the minimum, or whenever they're popping up with announcements, we do a quick episode about what's going on with Halloween Horror Nights 35 in Orlando. So we had our first Scare Zone finally drop. I'm going to read this verbatim off of the couple of sites that I've gotten the information from. The Scare Zone is going to be the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares, where Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellows, who are the co-icons for this year, are going to have you step right up and see what horrors hide in every shadow at a sinister spectacle decades in the making. It's going to be at the front entrance as you walk into Halloween Horror Nights, as it goes by what used to be Shrek. I think it's now Minions. I'm not 100% sure. So it's not where you veer off to go to the cityscape to go to the back. It's when you literally walk through and you go straight towards Jimmy Fallon's ride and that type of thing. I'm pretty excited. They're finally starting to announce what's going on with Scare Zones. We've had 8 houses that have been announced. They announced a new show. I think this is an effort for them to come up with something that's going to replace Bill and Ted's, which they're never going to be able to do. That was one of the best shows at any of these theme parks ever, as far as I'm concerned. And the fact that they kind of kowtowed to political pressure, boo. That sucks. That show was great. Part of the whole thing was they're going to ruffle feathers. They're going to make people look at what's going on in the world and go, really? Is it that bad? I mean, it was a fantastic show, and I think they made a big mistake by getting rid of it, personally. So now we have a Scare Zone that's going to go with Oddfellows and Jack the Clown. Cool. They're going to have their own house. Cool. I like both icons. Jack's been in, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them now. And Oddfellows, I think, technically only had 1 officially. So this ought to be cool. Hellraiser, that looks fantastic. That's the big one that's come up so far that I am the most excited about. And then Stranger Things, get our final romp through Hawkins. And they have announced some other originals that I think look pretty cool as well. As I've talked about before, I think their originals overall are better than their franchise theme stuff because they have complete control. That's not to say that every house they've done has been awesome, because that is not the case. But I think overall, the ones that I've really enjoyed have been more on the original side. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. So, like I said, we got the 8 houses, we got the show, we've got 1 Scare Zone. Nothing on tickets as of yet. I keep harping on this. I know I sound like a broken record, but it bears repeating. When they go on sale, make sure you're sitting at the computer early and you know exactly what time it happens. Last year, I keep saying it, their frequent fear, or whatever they call it, rush of fear, where you get the whole season with FastPass, sold out in like 12 minutes. So that's something to keep in mind. If you really want to do this and you want to be able to go to all of it, make sure you're paying attention to what's going on with their ticket announcements. As soon as I hear something, I will let you know. I have my sparrows all over the place who keep me apprised if they happen to see it, and I don't, because I'm doing something. I'm making guitar videos, or I'm out in the yard mowing, or whatever. My wife also pays attention to that, and she will get a hold of me. So you will hear it as soon as I do. But just heed the warning. You want to go, don't miss it. So we've got 2 more houses they got to announce, and I'm thinking there's got to be 4 or 5 more scare zones they're going to announce. What do you think the next 2 houses are going to be? Are they going to be original content, or are they going to be franchise based? Inquiring minds want to know. And what do you think about scare zones? Do you think scare zones are going to be based on franchises, or will it be something that they're doing original? Again, curious to see what you think. I think scare zones have kind of went down the shitter over the last few years. They kind of treat it as an afterthought. And I think that's a crime, because the scare zones was something I always looked forward to almost as much as the houses. So hopefully they get back to that mentality. So we'll see. All right, so Brian here from the Wilson Family Lights. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on X. We're trying to get up on TikTok. TikTok's a little bit weird when you're doing posts and stuff. Unless you're doing the Tide Pod challenge, or you're hanging off of the top of the Empire State Building. I don't know. They don't seem to like everybody's content, so we're working on that. But so if you could check us out on all our socials, that would be great. We certainly appreciate you checking out our stuff. And kind of stay tuned for more information about Halloween Horror Nights. And we also give you some information about how to build Halloween and Christmas props, how to get your display up and running or to the next level. Add video, add a radio station, add some more props in, use Lightorama and X-Lights. So we go over all that type of stuff too. So by all means, check us out. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the fall.